Welcome, Elon, and thanks for taking the time. I really understand that time is precious. There's a ton of things to do to build a world of amazing abundance, and so many things. I can hardly imagine what's on your mind. SpaceX, Starlink, AI, safe AI for the future, autopilot, so many things. But what is, in your view, still exciting about Tesla, and why?
Well, I think Tesla is one of the most exciting companies in the world. You know, it's perhaps the most exciting, but you know, Tesla and SpaceX, let me say, are the two most exciting companies. So we're obviously expanding production. We're making more cars. We're gonna roll out Tesla Full Self-Driving, which is really an AI-driven car. So it's Tesla AI software that drives the car just by looking, like a human does. So Tesla has the most advanced real-world AI, and hopefully it will be approved soon in Europe. We're told by the authorities that March 20th it'll be approved in the Netherlands, was what I was told. Hopefully that date remains the same. But I think people in Europe are going to be pretty blown away by how good the Tesla car AI is in being able to drive. And I think this year really it will be the case that from a technical standpoint, you'll be able to fall asleep in the Tesla and wake up at your destination. So that's very exciting. We've got the Optimus program, which is going to be the first humanoid robot, and I think, you know, sometimes people say, well, what would that be used for? Like, well, who wouldn't want their own personal C-3PO R2-D2? But even better, you know, and you can think of like all the reasons, like, you know, do you need a robot to, you know, take care of your kids or walk the dog or, you know, take care of elderly parents or something like that? Then Optimus can do those things. So that's very exciting. Yeah, you know, we're going to be starting production of the Tesla Cyber Cab here at Giga Texas. We have started production, I should say, but we'll go to scale production in April, or start volume production in April and have significant production towards the end of the year. You know, if things go well, we would probably manufacture Cybercab in Europe as well, and also manufacture Optimus in Europe. So we've got the Tesla Semi coming out, so the Tesla heavy truck, and that'll be going to Europe hopefully next year. There's so many things happening. It's a long list.
It's a long list to make it an exciting company.
Yeah, and battery cell production.
Yep.
We're going to start making battery cells at Giga Berlin. We have the Tesla lithium refinery that started up in Texas, and the Tesla nickel cathode refinery that's started up in here in Austin. It's really, this year is a tremendous number of things. We've got five factories starting volume production this year, 5 major production lines. We look forward to extending that to Europe as well.
And I guess looking a little bit back, Tesla hasn't done anything less but really transforming a whole industry. I think without us taking that brave step, or Tesla taking that brave step to electrify mobility, the industry wouldn't be where it is today. What would you want people to say about Tesla, let's just say in 10 or 20 years from now?
In 20 years, I'd say Tesla's got factories on the moon. Actually. Basically, I see a very prosperous future for Tesla. It's difficult to predict anything in 20 years, but if you say, like, I think 5 years to 10 years, I could say Tesla has an extremely bright future. And I would say, like, hold on to your Tesla stock. You know, it's going to be worth a lot. I think, you know, that's my bet.
Very cool. Coming back to the present, if you look, I mean, you're always very well informed. If you look to the European industry, especially to the automotive sector, or even the German industry and automotive sector, what do you think about it? What do you believe are the main reasons for their current state?
Well, I think there's not been enough innovation in automation. Automotive innovation has been relatively low. So the cars that are being produced are very much like the cars that were produced 5 years ago. They're not big differences. I've said for a long time really that the automotive industry, I said this for 20 plus years, needs to go towards electrification. And this would be true even without environmental concerns. So it's just an electric vehicle is a fundamentally better architecture than a gasoline combustion vehicle. It is much simpler, it is more efficient, it's quieter, there's no pollution within cities. So really all ground transport should be electric. And I think all ships and eventually all planes should be electric. But the automotive industry has strongly resisted electrification. They've dragged their feet. And they had to be pushed there by government. And then whenever they've had any opportunity to reduce the production of electric vehicles, they've done so. So this is just, this is not a good strategic, it doesn't make sense. And also making vehicles autonomous is critical. I think it was 10 years ago, I said that, in the future, any vehicle that is not electric and autonomous, like if you're riding a vehicle you have to drive yourself that is gasoline powered, it's going to be like riding a horse and using a flip phone, which is to say that there's still some people somewhere that ride horses, but not zero horses, it's just rare. And some people somewhere are still using flip phones, but there's not many, It's going to be a niche thing. So the future does not contain combustion vehicles, and there will be very few vehicles that are not autonomous. The future is autonomous electric vehicles.
Sure.
And so if the automotive industry does not move in that direction, they will be left out.
So it doesn't really sound like we should or could even be learning much from the legacy automakers. I guess it really sounds like we should be focusing on us and what we believe the future looks like, right?
Yes. I mean, you can always learn something from some competitor, but strategically they're just headed in the direction of the dinosaurs. So they're not headed for a good place. The dinosaurs are not around anymore. So they really, we certainly we're going in a very different path. Like you said, electric autonomous is the obvious. To me, it's been blindingly obvious for 20 years plus. So, but you can't. Sometimes with what I found with competitors is in the automotive industry, it's not that they're going to steal our ideas. You can't cram a good idea down their throat. Okay, no. Like if you say you must take this good idea, it's like they're not going to steal our ideas. They won't even. We can't even force feed them our good ideas. That's been my experience. So we need to do what's logical, what's sensible, and at Tesla we're essentially creating the future, and it's a good future.
We are building the future. They just build cars.
Yeah, it's a good future. It's a future with electric vehicles that don't emit poison gas, literally, that quiet, efficient, and like I said, autonomous. The car, instead of having to be stuck in traffic, driving through, busy roads, and sometimes also people they may fall asleep or they may have a medical emergency. And then if you're driving yourself and you're on the Autobahn going super fast and you have like a seizure or heart attack or something, then you could die. But if the car is autonomous, it can take you to a hospital. In fact, this has actually happened many times with Tesla cars.
Right. Really cool. So if we look at Giga Berlin specifically, but 6 years ago nearly, we broke ground. 4 years ago, we started production. I have a ton of memories. I know you have memories about it as well. What are like the greatest memories? What do you tell people when they ask you about Giga Berlin and the people of Giga Berlin?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone that's helped build Giga Berlin. Thank you, André, and thank you to the whole team, because we've gotten an amazing factory built in a very short period of time, and gotten to high volume production with good quality and good cost control. So I'm very proud of Giga Berlin and all the people in it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's just, it's cool. I like the art too, the art, and that people have some fun, so, like coming to work should look forward to it, so you're coming to work with people that you enjoy working with, you're doing useful things, you're making things, so I have a lot of respect for makers. Like you actually make something, you build something useful that, that people enjoy, that, I'm a big fan of makers. And, there's a lot of people who, I don't know, they're like, they don't make things, I don't know, they just...
hang around.
Yeah, they don't make things or they don't provide useful services. Whereas I think I have huge respect for people who make things and provide useful services. There's an honest day's work, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you do have, but if you have a vision for Giga Berlin, what would it be and what do you think would have to happen for it to become true?
Yeah, I think ideally we would significantly expand production at Giga Berlin. So we'd also do high volume production of battery cells, probably also the cathode, the anode, lithium. So there's become vertically integrated, and produce things like the Cyber Cab or Optimus and other products that Tesla will develop. So I think the exciting vision for the future of Giga Berlin is massively expanding it to do many more projects.
Very cool. Do you have any advice for the team at Giga Berlin to basically, work towards that vision?
Well, things certainly get harder if there are sort of outside organizations that are pushing Tesla in the wrong direction. If there are outside organizations that are pushing Tesla in the wrong direction in Giga Berlin, it's difficult to say that then we would expand if we have to, outside organization that's making things very difficult. I mean, this is the truth, yeah.
It is the truth.
I mean, we're not going to shut down the factory, but we're not going to expand it either, realistically.
So as I said, I have a bunch of questions. So I just turn my tablet around, and then feel free to comment on them.
Sure.
Hi, Elon. Which is your favorite factory? Maybe Giga 4?
Well, a favorite factory is like saying what's your favorite child.
It's not a fair question, I know. But it's a question.
The thing is that I love factories, honestly. it's I think a lot of people these days, don't love factories, or they haven't even been to a factory, But whereas I've walked the line in every factory, and I'm a big fan of factories. I love factories.
This is a great place to be.
Yeah, it's like you make things that have good utility. People love the product. Building a product people love that's great.
Makes you proud. Totally.
Yeah. So, Giga Berlin is an awesome factory. Yeah. So the vibe in there is cool. Like you walk around, you know, it's very clean. It's like it's quite beautiful inside and outside, and it's like people seem quite happy, and we're making cars and soon battery cells. You know, hopefully many more things. Yeah.
Many things to be proud of.
Yeah. It's a great factory.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's one of the coolest factories in the world, really, honestly.
Hey Elon, which is the next product we will be building here in Giga Berlin?
Well, I think there's a lot of exciting possibilities for what the next product is that will be built in Giga Berlin. We've started now scaling up production of the battery cell, and we're going to be expanding production of the Model Y, especially as we get approval for supervised full self-driving. Then from the next major product standpoint, I think most likely is the Tesla Cyber Cab. But then there's also possibilities of Tesla Optimus and the Tesla semi-heavy truck. So like Tesla has a lot of products coming out, so there's a lot of potential. I think if things are looking good, I think we would expand Giga Berlin to whatever the most that we could, you know. Yeah.
Gigantic manufacturing site.
Yeah.
We have a lot of space.
Well, assuming that the authorities are supportive and the people are supportive,
yep.
Then we would expand to probably make it the biggest factory complex in Europe.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool future.
Yeah.
All right, then we have Akhil. He's got a interesting question.
Hi Elon. So when do you realistically think we can have Optimus in the Gigafactories so you don't have to worry about ergonomics and stuff?
Well, we have to be a little careful about that one. I don't want people to worry about their job, you know.
No.
So, I mean, the honest answer for AI and robotics is long-term, working will be optional. Like long-term, which is 10 years from now or less, work will be optional. Like if you want to work, you can. Like, kind of like if you grow vegetables, you can grow vegetables in your garden, or you can get them from the store. It's optional to grow vegetables in your garden.
Yeah.
But some people still like to do it. It's extra work to grow your own vegetables, but it's people enjoy the process. That's gonna be how work is in the future. It'll be like you can work if you want to.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How can we make sure that the adoption of new technologies like Optimus reach countries in the third world?
I think it's an interesting question generally.
Well, I think for Optimus, we first have to succeed in making a useful robot. So this is a hard thing to solve. Nobody's solved making a truly useful humanoid robot. And then you have to make it useful, and you have to scale production. And it's an entirely new supply chain. For Optimus, we've had to design the whole robot from physics first principles, so that we're designing every motor, every gearbox, or not a gearbox, every gear. Really, and the hands are extremely difficult to design. To have a properly dexterous robot hand is very, very difficult. One of the hardest things to engineer. So we actually first need to have at least one that is useful, and then we can scale production. And at first the tasks will be pretty simple, that Optimus does, and then we'll gradually get more sophisticated. I think eventually Optimus could do medical work, like it could be a doctor, do surgery. And there's long-term potential for everyone in the world to have access to incredible medical care, like better medical care than anyone receives today from humans. So I think long-term, like Optimus as a surgeon, would be incredibly good, super competent, and and everyone in the world would get better medical care than anyone currently in the world gets.
Yeah.
Hey Leon, what advice would you give young people for life?
What advice would I give young people for life? Well, I would say one thing is to be to err on the side of optimism, to be optimistic about the future. I think it's better to err on the side of being optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Your quality of life will be much better. So I would urge people to be excited about the future. I'm excited about the future. I'm confident the future will not be boring. Let me put it that way. It's going to be very interesting, and I think it's like most likely to be great. In terms of like general advice, I mean, I guess I advise people to like learn as much as possible, read a lot of books, try a lot of things, and I guess I guess enjoy life. Just enjoy life, but like working is also part of enjoying life.
Totally.
So
find a job that you can actually enjoy.
Yeah, I think if people derive satisfaction from building things, then like Tesla is an awesome place to be because we build things. We make useful products, and I think that's a great thing.
What is the most inspiring moment in your life?
I guess when my kids were born, that would be the most inspiring moment. In terms of work stuff, I guess it's when we had the first production Roadster at Tesla. Mm-hmm. That was really, it was like hard to believe that we actually made a car that passed all of the regulatory requirements, and you could actually go on the road with it legally.
Yeah.
Because when we started out, we didn't even know how to make a car. On the rocket side, the first time getting to orbit was a huge relief. Reusing, getting the rocket to come back and land was very cool. The self-driving stuff, I think, is pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah. I think the first time somebody experiences self-driving, where they're just sitting there and the car takes them all the way from their home to their work and parks.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
It is. I'm using it when I'm in the US all the time.
Yeah.
It is a lot better than people can actually imagine, I think.
It's like magic.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Then I thank you so much for your time.
You're
really
welcome.
good having you here. Hopefully we see you soon in Berlin again and show you around what we have done since you visited us last time.
Yeah, and once again to the people of Giga Berlin, Dankeschön für Ihre harte Arbeit. Dankeschön.
Thank you, Elon. Thanks for your time. Cool. That was fun.